Waves crashing loud, a steady beat. Palms swaying left, swaying right. Endless blue from day to night. Saipan calling, feel the breeze. Taste the ocean, salty seas. Saipan calling, hearts collide. Paradise where dreams reside. Oh. Barbecue, smoke fills the air. Street stalls glow without a care. Red rice served with love so true. Callaghan shining in the view. Drums pounding in the distance. Dance ignites the night's persistence. Saipan calling, feel the breeze. Taste the ocean, salty seas. Saipan calling, hearts collide. Paradise where dreams reside. Hurricanes, they rise, they fall. History carved in every wall. Tinted whispers, ancient lore. Saipan soul Saipan calling, feel the breeze. Taste the ocean, salty seas. Saipan calling, hearts collide. Paradise where dreams reside. Saipan calling, feel the breeze. Taste the ocean, salty seas. Saipan calling, hearts collide. Paradise where dreams reside. Oh, where dreams reside. Oh.
AP News, I'm Ed Donahue. Testifying on Capitol Hill is the brother of Renee Good, one of the two people shot and killed by government officers in Minneapolis.
Unapologetically hopeful. That was Renee. And sunlight, warm, steady, life-giving. Because when she walked in a room, things felt lighter, even on cloudy days.
Brett Ganger says Good spread seeds of hope everywhere.
Renee is not gone from us. She's in the light that finds us on hard days. She's in the resilience we didn't know we had until we needed it.
His testimony comes after the House passed a spending bill to end a government shutdown and provide just 2 weeks of funding for the Department of Homeland Security so lawmakers can make changes in the immigration crackdown in Minneapolis. House Speaker Mike Johnson says there will be changes.
Of the demands that were made, the requests that were made, many of those are already being implemented. You notice that that they're going to have the body cameras. We put $20 million additional dollars in this legislation that they're holding up right now to pay for more body cameras.
Former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton have finalized an agreement with House Republicans to testify this month in a House investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. Majority Leader Steve Scalise says Republicans were not alone on this.
Republicans and Democrats voting unanimously, which almost never happens in the Oversight Committee, and it did, to say they have to come forward and testify over the Epstein files.
It will mark the first time lawmakers have compelled the former president to testify. Investigators found signs of forced entry at the Arizona home of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie's mother in Arizona. She was last seen Saturday. Iran's president instructed the foreign minister to pursue negotiations with the U.S. The talks are uncertain after a Navy jet shot down an Iranian drone approaching an American aircraft carrier. More information at apnews.com. This is AP News. The AP's Lisa Dwyer reports President Trump is doubling his demand on Harvard.
Trump is demanding a $1 billion payment from Harvard University to end his prolonged standoff with the Ivy League school, doubling the amount he previously sought as both sides appear to move further away from reaching a deal. Last June, Trump said a deal was just days away and that Harvard had acted extremely appropriately. Trump later said an agreement was being finalized that would require Harvard to put $500 million towards the creation of a series of trade schools rather than a payment to the government. Now, after the New York Times reported that Trump had dropped his demand for a financial payment, Trump has doubled down on social media, saying Harvard has been behaving very badly. Trump says the university must pay the government directly as part of any deal, something Harvard has opposed. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
And I'm Ed Donahue, AP News.
Are you or someone you know living with a mental illness? Have you experienced abuse or neglect, denial of services, or discrimination because of a mental illness or disability? You have rights. NM Posse is the Northern Marianas Protection and Advocacy Systems Incorporated, and we're here for you. Individuals diagnosed with mental illness have human, civil, and legal rights under federal and local law. No one should be mistreated, denied services, or discriminated against because of a disability. NM Posse's PIME program provides protection and advocacy for individuals with mental illness and provides information about your rights, advocacy and assistance for eligible individuals, and support in cases involving abuse, neglect, or discrimination. Services are confidential and provided at no cost to eligible individuals. To learn more, call NM Posse today at 670-235-7273 or 7274 or email gborja@nmposse.org.
Hey bro, can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your bush today.
If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Alarm clock bark, sky still gray, radio clicks on, static haze. Good morning, Marianas, in my face, Brad yelling, wake up, Saipan, no escape. Coffee burns my lip, he laughs in my kitchen, talks like he knows every bruise that I am in. Good morning, Marianas, rise up, Saipan, Hawks on the harbor, headlines in his hand. Good morning, Marianas, live from the reef to the ridge, Brad with the weather, and a dare on the bridge. Traffic on Beach Road, kids half dressed. He jokes about rain and unpaid rent. Says call the show, tell me what you regret. Then plays our song like a second chance bet. He says, say your name, we say it like a prayer. Through busted speakers, we are almost there. Good morning, Marianas, rise up, Saipan. Shacks and condos, all sing with the fan. Good morning, Marianas, old scars, new daylight. Brad talks nonsense, somehow gets it right. Who is this voice in my cracked dashboard? Why does it feel like he is keeping score of every tired island soul dragged out of bed? Every maybe I will make it spinning in my head. Good morning, Marianas, rise up, Saipan. Bad roads, good stories, all part of the plan. Good morning, Marianas, yeah, shout it again. Brad says you are awake, so start living it then.
Good morning, Marianas. My goodness, it is Wednesday. It is hump day. We are halfway through the week with you this morning on Good Morning Marianas. Great to be here. Great to see you guys out here as well. Holy cow, if that song doesn't get you all fired up, I don't even know what to say. Like, I am ready to go. Let's go charge at something. Let's win. Let's play. I'm good to go. Again, good morning, everybody. I'll tell you what, that is not the feeling I thought I was going to have when I first woke up this morning, because I'll tell you what, last night was a lot of fun. There was a mixer for all the fancy schmancies over at Mari Bar yesterday at Crown Plaza Resort. And my gosh, it was great. It was great to see everybody. Now, what was the reason why everyone was there? Philippine Airlines, they're coming back next month, and it was great to get to know them the last 2 days. We'll see them again today. If you want to be there and hear from them yourself, you can go to the Saipan Chamber of Commerce General Membership meeting today at World Resort Saipan. But very cool to hear what they have to say and to hear that we're going to have some flights going between here and the Philippines once again, and it's going to be as soon as next month. It was awesome. Just awesome to find that out. Now, how is all that stuff going to go? What are the rates going to be? Is it buy one, get one? No, it's not. It's definitely not buy one, get one for the flights going to the Philippines. But you'll still get a better rate than if you had to fly to Guam first and then fly over there. The rates they were saying they're going to be between like $600 and $700. That sounds like a little bit more than what we want. But they said, if we get the route established a little more, we get some more traffic, then the opportunity to lower those rates will be more likely. In fact, at the press conference, I'm like, hey, that $600-700 sounds pretty good, but we see what you're giving to Guam. So what can we do? Everyone started laughing, except for the people from Philippine Airlines. But I'll tell you what, it's great to know that there's somebody expanding over here because we need it. We need to do this. Now, it's not a criticism, but likely what one of the things is going to be is that they'll use that as a pass-through to get more folks from China to come in here to go around the flight caps by getting an actual carrier willing to do it instead of a charter. And that is the important thing because nobody wants to run a charter and assume all the risk of trying to fill that flight. They're trying to get real air carriers to come in here, and then they'll try to take care of those folks when they get on the ground. But it sounds like they found their huckleberry. They got the one who's going to do that in Philippine Airlines, and that's a good thing for us. So try to think of the positive things of what that could do for us as far as like a lot of people go to St. Luke's. Now they're going to be able to get there pretty easy, a direct flight, not have to overnight, all that other stuff. It is a good deal for the Marianas that we've got a new flight coming in, and we'll see how often folks from here take it. One of the funnier moments from the press conference was the governor repeatedly giving Clyde the business about it. Like it was all funny, right? There was nothing negative about it. But he was like, yeah, Clyde's going to be over there, right, Clyde? I bet you can't wait to get, stuff like that. It was really funny in front of everybody. So governor giving one of his closest guys the business in front of everybody. All right, well, hey, I want to say good morning to all you guys. I see you guys in the comments already. Half a day, Marianas, indeed, from PJ Victoria all the way out there on the West Coast. Great to see you this morning. Ann Attow, good morning. Thanks for being here again today. Toba Castro, the man, the myth, the legend. He is here, and it's great to see you. Francisco Sablan, anything good today? Yes, we have a good amount of stuff today. Hopefully we'll hear better stuff about the weather. We'll get on that one in just a little bit. And Eric Mopna says, good Wednesday morning, Brad, CNMI, and everyone tuning in. Have a blessed and safe day. It's a wet day, so drive safely and buckle up. Take care, stay safe, and God bless you and your family always. How about that? Eric Mopnas with the best messages every morning, I'll tell you. And Ignacio says, good morning, CNMI. Great to see you too. Glad that you're here. Oh, what's this? Okay, yes, we can. Yes, we can. All right, that's Landon. Landon Idlet, he's over there in Guam, and he needs us to go a little bit later than normal. That's a problema. I'm happy to have whenever you can get in here. So we're going to have Landon will be with us today, 8:35. That's going to give us our weather update for the week. But I can give you what the weather update is at the moment. Yeah, I'm pro that way. I could do that. Currently up at the Saipan International Airport, it is 77 degrees. We're experiencing some light rain and foggy mist out here. Humidity's at 94%. We're looking at showers and possibly thunderstorms today. Some of the storms could produce heavy rainfall. I think we got some of that already. And we're looking at mostly cloudy skies with a high near 85. Gusts, the wind could be like 9 to 10 miles per hour. Not looking too gusty today. It says chance of rain, 60%. It says chance of precipitation, but I figure it's not going to be hail or snow on a daily today. How about tonight? Tonight we're looking at scattered showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy skies, a low around 76. Well, it's 77 now, so it's not going to feel too bad. Looking at east-northeast winds throughout the night and a 50% chance of rain. Tomorrow, though, things are looking up because it's mostly sunny in the forecast tomorrow. It should be nice, warm, and there is a 40% chance of rain tomorrow, but hey, mostly sunny is a great way to go. Friday, mostly sunny again. Saturday is when, you're getting further away. It's kind of falling off. I hope that our weather is good enough for Little League to get its real start this weekend. That will be a lot of fun as well. Good morning, Jack Boykas. Great to see you. He's saying good morning, everybody. And good morning to Marcia Nishimura out there. Great to see you this morning. And we're going to have a great day today. So let's get started. Where do you want to begin? By the way, I'll remind you, if you haven't already, this morning, when you're watching the show, give the post a like, please. That helps. I'm learning that this is a really good thing for our little algorithm and all that stuff. So if you could be so awesome, like the post, and then you can make a comment. And if you're over there on the YouTube side, like that also. Hit a like on there. Every time you're watching the videos that we got going on live, if you can at least hit like, I mean, if you love it, you could love it too. Or you could give it whatever kind of emoji you want. But usually, we prefer the nicer ones if you got them. But yeah, every time you comment and every time that you like it, it helps. If you haven't already followed us or subscribed to us, please do that too. And now this has nothing to do with the algorithm, but you can call our show and be a part of it. The number is 670-789-2323. 670-789-2323. This is your show too. You can call. Hey, you got a thought about what's going on out here in the Marianas? I don't know, maybe you don't like my haircut. You want something to say. You want to be a part of the show. I would love to have you come on, and it would be great because that's what we do here. We'd love to have you come on. All right, so 789-2323. You got to make sure you hit that 670, otherwise that call's not going to go through because that's just how things go. Speaking of going through, people are trying to go through. You can see the traffic behind me, and it is moving and grooving out there on the roads, but you got to be careful because it is raining. So let's take a look at what traffic is happening this morning. We'll try to blow through that real quick because it is busy out there. You can see all the hot spots that you normally would expect are definitely hot today. Over there by the college and that whole stretch between the college and Shell Dandan is going to be a little bit of a slow go. Don't try to zip and zap through the intersections. Don't try to be that last one to eke it out before it turns red. When it's slippery out there like this, it's not a great way to go, especially if you're going to be going through San Vicente where you got the home of the Canaries. You don't want to squish a little bird over there because those birds are kids. All right, over there by the intersection that matters at the place where connections matter, I-T&E. Folks heading westbound on the CMG are going to get slowed down when they get through Chalanquidza. Over there by the old AK intersection, things are looking pretty good. It's even looking good over by DPS and the courthouse and everything like that. It's actually not too shabby. And all the way down to Chalanpio, things are looking good too. A little bit of traffic as folks are making their way up through Osperdido by the Guangdong Hardware intersection. Let's check out the Back Island Road where things are looking pretty good. Even over there by Cagman, by Mobile, it's looking good. But where it is starting to slow down, get ready as you're making your way around Agigi Drive. There is a school bus stop over there, and that could be one of the reasons why people are slowed down and stopped over there. So when you're coming around Capitol Hill, you're passing by the Rodeo Drive of Saipan, which is by New Sarah Market, Capitol Hill Market, and Zenyu Market. Slow down because there is a bus rolling around, and it's going to be slow. So just take your time around there. Just know if you're wondering what happened, it is not going to be fast. Down by the base of Issa Drive at Capitol Hill, things are looking good, but nothing looks quite as good as you behind the wheel of your new Toyota. That's right. You could have a cool new RAV4. You could have a cool new Corolla Cross. How about a Camry? You want to look cool with your fancy schmancy Tacoma? How about a Tundra? Do you want to be a Tundra guy? You want to be a Tundra lady? You could be, but you got to get over to AK to find out. Hey, real quick, over there in Garapan by, where is that? Oh, that's over by JG Salon Ice and Water. You can see that there's a little bit of traffic at that light. And for folks heading north, when you're getting by the museum, it is going to be a slow go. Oh, speaking of which, let's keep going down Beach Road and Middle Road. A little bit of traffic over there by the Quartermaster Road intersection, but it's not too bad. My goodness, folks, I got to tell you, if you guys were out there on the roads yesterday, you would have seen that by the museum, there was a big old truck, a military truck, that was on the side of the road. So we got the Seabees are in town, and they got, we have the Seabees are here. They're over there by Geoghegan Point. And one of the guys plays soccer with us, and I was just having this conversation with one of my buddies about it, saying like, oh, I wish Tony was there so we can give him the business a little bit, lighthearted. The news van of justice is not very big, but you got this gigantic looking tractor trailer hauling a forklift, and I'm like, oh, I should pull over with the news van of justice and say, hey, you guys need a jump? But then it didn't happen because I didn't see Tony earlier, but then on the way back when we were heading south, I saw him on the side of the road with a whole bunch of CBs. They got the hard hats on and their fatigues, and they were out there, and traffic was slowed down to one lane so that everybody was creeping by, so I was able to lean out and say, Tony! Tony! Everybody's head turns, including Tony. I'm like, you can't park there, bro. Everybody started dying. They thought it was hilarious. Everybody except for Tony. Tony's like, good times, man. Good times. I love it. Hey, those guys, I hope they got that thing out of the way. I didn't see it this morning, so they must have. But you'll see a little bit more activity from time to time. Now that the Seabees are here over there at the Geoghegan Point area, that's where they set up shop at the old IBB place. So we have regular CBs here on island now, so that's kind of cool. And hopefully more of them want to play soccer. By the way, if you think you got what it takes for soccer, send me a message. We are actively looking for some players on our team right now. Still. Now, you can't just be any geek off the street. You got to be handy with the steel, earn your keep. We got to regulate out there. So if you got some skills, you can run. First of all, being able to run is the first part. And also being cool to hang out with is important, because while we do want to win games and be awesome and all that other stuff, it's way more fun when you get to, it's more enjoyable when you can enjoy the folks that you're playing with on the team, right? And have some fun, hydrate after the game, and, it's great for everybody. Anyhow, a little bit too much hydrating last night. Did you know at Mari Bar, they don't just serve beer, they serve gigantic beers. There are people who are taking pictures of the gigantic beer that I got last night. I didn't even know this was an option. I saw a lot of people drinking beer, the tall Pilsner glasses. And, I thought I would be I would just order it my little way. And, Brad, you want something to drink? Yes. Can I get one of these big beers everyone's drinking? Oh, yeah, you want that big one? Yeah, it sounds great. This gigantic mug that was like, it was like a gallon of beer walking around with it. It was comical. It made my hands look really small. It was a gigantic beer. So if you go over to Mari Bar at Crown Plaza Resort, and be sure to get your Terrace Club, by the way. If you end up getting a beer there, you should ask for the giant mug. And I think you will be blown away by the size of that thing. I don't know how much it costs. Thank you, Philippine Airlines, for paying for everything. But man, or Century Tours, I'm not sure which one. Somebody paid for it, so that was fantastic. But it was gigantic. So much for a dry February that I was thinking I was going to do. That lasted all of mostly 3 days. All right, well, let's get back to it. We got some things happening over here. We're about 30 minutes away from getting our weather update. We're going to have Brandon Idlet is going to be in here with us, and that is good news. You know, speaking of giant beers, have you guys checked out the variety this morning? Yeah, these guys, they're great, right? These guys are on every story. This is not normally the story that I'll end up covering. I don't even need to talk about the guy's name and all that stuff. But this guy, how much of it was suspended? This guy was found guilty of DUI. And I normally don't cover DUI cases unless it's some serious accident and all this other stuff. But what makes this one something special is this guy got his 6th DUI. This guy has as many DUIs as Bill Belichick has Super Bowl wins as a head coach. 6. So while you're out there on the road and thinking about, should I be driving or not? Thinking about this guy, he's got to serve 275 days in jail, in corrections, for getting his 6th DUI. I don't know, like, in what time frame. Does it go back, like, do you get his pro stats? Like, this guy got his first DUI back in 1973, or, you know, what is it? Anyway, he's going to have to pay a $1,000 fine. His driver's license was revoked for 1 year. Only 1 year? Doesn't that seem like that should be enough? It's like, dude, this is your 6th DUI. You have proven you can't keep your license. And does it have to get to the 6th? Or does he have a DUI stamp card? And if he gets 3 more, he gets a free something, a free get out of jail card. If you get 10 DUIs, you fill up your full stamp card and you get a free beer. I know it's not funny, but again, this is something, it doesn't come up with an accident and all this other stuff. And so the guy is a citizen of the FSM. He's going to serve the remaining 275 days in jail. And, and it's running in concurrently with his other DUI case. So that's quite the upgrade. For his 5th DUI, he got 30 days in jail. Well, he got upgraded to business class, 275 days. Yikes. Take advantage of those rides, folks, because a couple of things. If people can give you a ride home, take advantage of it, number one, because you don't want to be sharing a cell with this guy who's probably just drying out for these 275 days. He's got to be making beer in his toilet in jail. God. 6. He's got to be in the DUI Hall of Fame for the Marianas. Yeah, that comment was great. NMDUI. Yeah, no, he's from FSM. That was funny, but yeah, no. All right, let's keep going with it. Anyhow, that was a story that stood out to me. How about on the national level, too? We have some stuff happen on the national level. Oh, no, you know, darn it, hold on. It just reminded me, because you guys are watching the main thing. Dang it. Some days, no. Cancel. There we go. This is the one. Today is not Tuesday. I'm looking at the ticker right now. You know. Yeah, and today is February 4th. And, I guess I could put all this stuff on here for now. I'll just take off a little bit of it and we'll just leave it rolling. But what I thought on the national level and the international stage, there are some big things that are happening. One of the things that's happening on the national stage that is big is that there is the House of Representatives has passed a budget bill to end the partial government shutdown. So we got that going for us, which is nice. It says President Trump has signed a roughly $1.2 trillion spending package to end the partial government shutdown just hours after the House passed the bill in a bipartisan vote. The measure funds most of the federal government through September 30th. How about that? So we should be good for most of, this year, the end of the fiscal year, which is good, instead of just kicking the can down the road, while providing the Department of Homeland Security with short-term funding for 2 weeks. That's the big sticking point with this, because some of the folks on the left side of the aisle are trying to defund a good portion of Homeland Security because of they don't like what ICE is doing. By the way, ICE can save themselves so much heartache and headache in this whole process if they just rebrand. Just add an N to their name. And it could be the National Immigration Customs Enforcement. Go by NICE. Everyone's going to like you. It's going to be easy. That's all you have to do. Just change your name to NICE, and next thing you know, no harm, no foul. Everybody's going to be happy. Everyone's going to go away off the streets, and they're going to have a good time. Anyway, but that is the big deal, that the government shutdown averted. The president signed a $1.2 trillion spending package to end it, and there you go. So the big stuff for that goes for our local spending, all of these agencies that are funded by the federal government, and that's all of them, basically, and especially Nutrition Assistance Program. That is the big one that had people wondering, how the heck am I going to feed my family? That was the big thing that we had, and it wasn't very long ago, and now they don't have to worry about that. Only thing they're looking at now is how are they going to handle Homeland Security. So that part's done. Hooray for applesauce. One thing that got a little crazier, you heard it on the AP update, the United States shoots down an Iranian drone from their aircraft carrier because it was flying in the direction of their aircraft carrier. I don't know what the distance was. Let's see if they tell us what the distance is, or if that gives them a little bit too much. But they ended up knocking down a Shahed 139 drone. It said it was flying toward the carrier with unclear intent, and they shot it down with a F-35. I hope it was with bullets instead of with a missile, because the United States is going to have to learn pretty quick how to deal with all this drone stuff. If you're following everything that's happening in Ukraine, then you will find out quick that using all this fancy, expensive stuff that costs a whole lot of money is not the way you fight wars anymore. The way that they do it is by using these inexpensive things to use against the big expensive things. I mean, that's it. You're using these little drones that cost like a few $1,000s to take out tanks that cost like $1 million plus, millions of dollars. So asymmetrical warfare, this is the way things are going. And man, I hope that's it. I hope that is it for using the missiles on those things. You got to bull it up a little bit. And we might have to go back to some propellers, because those drones and stuff like that aren't super fast. I mean, they're fast and we can catch them and stuff like that. But, you might have to bust out some P-51 Mustangs, get up there and start knocking down those drones. I mean, those things, I think, what was the speed? I want to say it was like about 400 to 500 miles per hour, but that might be way too much. Maybe it was like 3. Top speed of the P-51 Mustang. 441 miles per hour. And I bet technology's got quite a bit better propeller-wise now. I mean, I feel like we're going to have our own drone carriers to go out there to deal with stuff like that, But if you still want to have some hot shots out there having fun, convert some of these older carriers into anti-drone propeller planes. How cool would that be? And if you're going to go with the P-51, you got to paint the shark face on it again. You need it. Ooh, hey, we got a promo. That's awesome. We got this. This is good news. Let me download this so I can put it on the screen for you guys. This is hot off the presses. That's right, all you other folks. We've got it for you, and we're going to put it up there on the... we're just going to post it right now, too, so you guys can see this. For the job fair, we had a great conversation this week. We had Layla Staffler, the Secretary of Labor, in here with Eugene Tebeteb, and they were telling us all about the great stuff they've got going on for the job fair that's going to happen this Friday. Well, part of what they were telling us is that there was going to be a promo with transportation. Geez, just right into the microphone. A promo with transportation, working it out with the mayor's office to get people back and forth. And they got it. We have it with the Commonwealth Office of Transit Authority as well. So hold on. Great news for the job fair this week. Check out the good news, or check out the information below from the CNMI Department of Labor. I'm looking for their little logo to pop up. Nope. Labor. There we go. You got to type out the whole thing. Kapow. All right, so that's it. We are putting it up on the Facebooks so everyone can see it real quick. I mean, normally I would do all the other fancy stuff, but I'll do that after the show. Now, for you guys, I want you guys to be able to see it too while we're here. Okay. But this is great. So the job fair coming up this Friday, the thing is about getting back and forth and making sure that people have accessible transportation. Here we go. Bam. There we go. Free transportation to the job fair. Mayor's office. The mayor's office. They got those giant buses, and they got them for free. We saw the mayor last night. We were talking about this, too. He's providing complimentary tour bus to and from the job fair. No fare, F-A-R-E, is needed at all. Just hop on. First come, first serve basis only. This is how it's going to go. They're going to pick you up at the Cagman Community Center. They're going to pick you up at Tenopeg Middle School, and they'll also do pick up and drop off over at Crown Plaza. And those are the three, back and forth. So they've got the times on here. This is something you want to share. Maybe I should move out of the way a little bit. But you want to share this around because they've got all the pickups and drop-offs, and it's at multiple times during the morning. So they're going to depart. They're going to start at 8:30 in the morning. They're going to get to Cagman, and they'll be there between 8:45 and 8:50. They're going to leave at 9 o'clock. And then they're going to go to Tenopeg Middle School. They'll coming from Cagman, 9:15 to 9:20. There's when they should get there, and they're going to leave at 9:30. You get there at 9:31, you might be that person running after it. And then they're going to head south to Crown. So if you're living up north, Aspen Twist, San Roque, you got to get to Tenopeg Middle School. And then on the way back, they're going to leave the Crown at 11. So if you don't want to walk back home, make sure that you're ready to go. 11 o'clock is when they're going to leave, and it's on there. If you want some more information, you can reach out to the folks from Department of Labor, but this is great news. The Department of Labor having a big old job fair, and they're helping you get there because CODA currently doesn't serve up north. They don't have the blue line that goes up north. So what do? They work with the mayor's office. Say, hey, mayor, you got a couple of cool new buses. Yes, I did, says the mayor. And can we use them? He says yes. We asked the mayor about this last night, and he's like, hey, man, I got to use it. He's like, the governor's asking me, how'd you get those buses? I don't know. People just like me. so he's got them. All right. So that's already posted up on Facebook. We're going to put it on the website, too, to get the word out because that is good stuff. All right. What else is shaking? Let me see you guys. Give him a rollerblade. That is awesome. I love it. Hey, good morning, Peeling Gizemo. Peeling, you are the man. You are Mr. Morning Guy. And it's great to see you, man. That is awesome. All right. Give him a rollerblade. I know you're talking about the DUI guy. That has to be it. 6-time DUI champion. I know. That is quite an impressive record. You can't just wake up and do that. Thank you. All right. Okay, I'll tell you what. We do have a new news update from the Associated Press, so let's knock that out and get that for you. Also, we got some sports that we're going to get to you, and by the time that we're done with both of those things, we should be good to go with our weather update from Landon. All right, so let's get you the news. Here we go.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. The House has passed and the president has now signed a roughly $1.2 trillion spending package to end the latest partial government shutdown. Ed Donahue has details.
It funds most of the government through the end of September and 2 weeks of funding for the Department of Homeland Security. In the Senate, Washington Democrat Patty Murray says a big fix, especially at ICE, is needed.
Legal immigrants being brutalized, American citizens being detained, American citizens being shot and killed by our own immigration enforcement. The Trump administration needs to take these abuses seriously and understand that what Democrats are demanding is reasonable.
This comes after the shooting deaths of 2 people in Minneapolis at the hands of government officers. House Speaker Mike Johnson says important parameters need to be maintained.
You can't, in any way, lighten the enforcement requirement of federal immigration law.
I'm Ed Donahue.
Former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton have finalized an agreement to testify this month in a House investigation into Jeffrey Epstein, bowing to the threat of a contempt of Congress vote. More overseas fallout from the Epstein files. British police have opened a criminal investigation into politician Peter Mandelson over documents that suggest he may have shared market-sensitive information with Epstein while a member of the British government about the 2008 global financial crisis and its aftermath. A Navy fighter jet shot down an Iranian drone, U.S. Central Command says aggressively approached an aircraft carrier in the Arabian Sea. However, the White House says talks with Iran are still on. Tech shares pulled Wall Street lower. The Dow lost 166 points. That's about 0.3%. The S&P fell 0.8%. The Nasdaq 1.4%. The majority of stocks in the S&P rose, but Nvidia, Microsoft, and other software companies pulled the indexes lower. This is AP News. A source tells AP investigators found signs of forced entry at the Arizona home of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie's 84-year-old mother. Julie Walker has the latest.
Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos says Nancy Guthrie did not leave that home on her own, and they have processed it as a crime scene.
We look for things like that: blood, DNA, any kind of physical evidence, fingerprints, anything.
He adds,
so far that what we found from that lab is nothing that would tell us this is who did this.
He wouldn't answer questions about a kidnapping or ransom. Meanwhile, FBI Special Agent John Edwards says they're assisting.
The FBI is doing everything in our power to bring Nancy Guthrie home.
Savannah Guthrie is asking for prayers. Authorities say her mother takes life-saving medication, which she has been without and needs. I'm Julie Walker.
There's more news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays.
Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Fox Sports Update.
People think that, what makes the league so special is the stories like Sam that just put his head down, works hard, and turned into one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and I've got to know him a little bit. He's a great dude.
New England Patriots quarterback Drake May at Super Bowl opening night on NFL Network gushed praise on Seahawks quarterback Sam Darnold, who also gave back the love.
Drake's a great guy. I was able to spend a little bit of time with him at the Pro Bowl last year, and wife is awesome as well. Drake's a great dude, great football player, and it seems like he's a great leader as well for his team.
Such a big fan of Sam. What a journey, what a career he's had, just to battle the life of the NFL and knowing that, his first opportunity, obviously he got put in a scenario where they decided to move on, and from there he's made him pay ever since.
On NFL Network, Drake May and Sam Darnold share mutual respect. Come Sunday, they'll try to lead their teams to victory in Super Bowl 60. Darnold and the Seahawks favored by 4.5 points over May and the Patriots. Drake May shared yesterday that his throwing shoulder, which was injured in the AFC Championship game, is feeling good, and he's on track.
This is Ainsley Earhart. Thank you for joining me for the 52-episode podcast series, The Life of Jesus.
A listening experience that will provide hope, comfort, and understanding of the greatest story ever told. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
The NFL announced Monday that next season it will play a game in Mexico City for the first time since 2022 in December. Also, games planned in Mexico City in 2027 and 28. The league will play 9 international games next season. Aside from Mexico City, the NFL will also play games in Melbourne, Australia, Munich, Germany, Paris, France, Madrid, Spain, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and 3 games in London. Travis Switzer, who'd been the running game coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens, has a new job, offensive coordinator for the Cleveland Browns. The NBA trade deadline is Thursday. The Bucks have been fielding offers for 2-time league MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. ESPN says the strongest suitors to get Giannis are the Knicks, Warriors, Timberwolves, and Heat. According to Yahoo Sports, the Cleveland Cavaliers are at the forefront of teams who have engaged the Los Angeles Clippers in discussions about a trade for James Harden. You can listen to and follow the Fox Sports podcast at foxsports.com or wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Jared Max.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
Hey, bro, can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey, bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold Bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive Bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your Bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your Bush today.
As the day unfolds with laughter and cheer, Brad's got the magic that brings us all near. Sharing tales of hope, dreams that shine bright. Good morning, Marianas, together we ignite. So join the palm trees, we dance through the days. The rhythm and soul in so many ways. Together we rise, through the moments we share. Good morning, Marianas, feel the love everywhere. Wake up to the sunshine in the morning light. Good vibes all around, everything feels right. Brad on the show, bringing joy to our day. Into the Marianas breeze, let the worries drift away. Yeah, that was the air. Our connection grows stronger. We show that we care. Rock on, feel the soulful flow. Good pride on in Mariana, that's where you belong. The sweet island breeze and the ocean's embrace. Brad's got the stories, sunlight repays. Southside meditated, fall in this ride. Yeah, we're shining with love as our guide. So raise your voices high, let the music play on. Good morning, Marianas, we're where you belong.
Good morning, Mariana. So welcome back. It is 8:33. That means we are about 2 minutes away from having Landon on the show with us. He's already messaged. He's like, hey, I'll be ready in 2 minutes. Sounds great to me. So we're going to hear more about the weather that's going through and what the heck we've been experiencing. I thought we were done with all this rain. I mean, I knew it would still rain, but I just didn't think it would be all of this crazy amounts of rain that we've been getting for the last, oh my God, like feels like the last year. 2026 is the year of rain for us. But you got to find the good side for it. It's the year of free car washes. It is the year of free car washes. For my road going up Tapachow, though, I got to tell you, it is the year of, turning that van into an off-road vehicle. That's totally what this feels like these days. It is sloppy all around, and I guess, you could do better. I'll tell you what, though, thinking of other positive things, I think we gave GPPC a little bit of the business later last year, and but they are working on those roads up there, and they are widening it already, and you can see they got to cut down some trees to widen it. They are really expanding that road that's going to go up there to Tapachow. Now, the road might not be super wide or anything like that. It's going to be better than it is now, but they've got to take care of the drainage. They've got to make sure it's leveled, compacted, all that other stuff. So they've got to make their workspace a lot wider as well. So they have already started doing it. I don't know. I'm glad I'm not in the road making business. Beach Road is one thing because of all the traffic, but at least it's kind of flat, right? Kind of. Doing that Tapachow Road is gonna be nuts. And where would you start? Where would you start? I know you start at the road where it says Tapachow. Okay, got it. Brainiac. But would you start at the top of Tapachow and work your way down? Or would you start at the bottom and work your way up? I guess you would probably try to do both, but I think because of the drainage and the runoff, you'd almost have to work from the top and really start to make that solid from there. Because you've got, if you did it the other way, all that runoff is going to keep coming down to you. I don't know. That's my first thought of it. My first, if I was an engineer and didn't go to an engineering specific college, what would I think? I would think, holy crap, man, we should get someone that went to this school. All right, Landon's just about ready. He's getting all suited up and ready to go, doing his hair right now. And we're going to hear about what's going on weather-wise. The project that they've got is massive. They have another year to finish it, and it probably would take that long. That's why their finishing time should be March of 2027, according to what they told us at the opening, the ribbon cutting. Actually, it was a groundbreaking. The ribbon cutting is when it's all done. I can't wait to see what it's like when it's done. Speaking of new roads, as we're filling time for Landon, the road around the airport, the Naftan road that they were talking about. Now, when they were talking about this project, they were talking about Naftan. I was thinking, wow, they're going to pave all the way out to Naftan? No, that wasn't the plan. It was about going around the airport. And we did on Saturday morning, there was a run by Run Saipan, their first big run of the year. And it was an 8K that went around the airport, and it was a great run. But it's the first time I got to get on that road and drive around on it, but run around on it. And holy cow, it's nice. It is really nice and tons of room. That's it. Checking you out. Agriganja, good morning to you. Walushal. And he's like, hey, it's the runoff that's going to be a problem. Oh, I know. Once they finish that road on the Tapachao side, I'll tell you, I know the drainage is going to be good. All right, yeah, we're going to get you on right now. Video. So once they do get it and they get that drainage squared away and the runoff, it's going to be impressive. Dental Care is calling me. Here we go. All right, let's get him on. I got to make sure I got the audio because the last few times that we've done this, it wasn't great, but I think we should be good to go. Can you hear us? Okay, we can't hear you. Hold on one second.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, you rat bastard. All right.
Just kidding.
Hold on. Let me change your name. On your regular screen, I had this as someone else. Hold on one second. Man, I'll tell you what. So I have lived in a world of technical difficulties since I started doing this whole thing. And so when that happened, I'm learning as it goes, right? But when you did that, I'm like, man, I just changed the setting. What is going on? It should be right. So good one. You got me. It was really good. Landon, we should start calling him Aidlet again. I think that's the punishment. But Landon Aidlet is with us. He is the meteorologist from the National Weather Service out of Guam, taking care of everything that happens out here. If you love the weather, it's because of Landon. If you don't like it, blame Brandon. That's our new...
Blame Brandon. Absolutely. Blame Brandon.
Hey, it's good to see you. How you been?
Yeah, it's been a busy morning. We had a flood event this morning across southern Guam. So I woke up this morning to a message from the Maritza mayor. How long is the rain going to last? And so it's not the best way to wake up in the morning, but it was what it was. And that's what weather is in the region. Weather happens 24/7. And so we had a flood event this morning. Most of Guam was pretty quiet overnight, as well as I think the Sinai for the most part. There's just not much to look out there. I'm going to turn the camera around to see the visible. But the flood event, like we saw on January 26th in Saipan, was a very isolated event right across extreme southern Guam. And I mean, looking at the visible satellite, there's just not much to talk about in the satellite imagery, but yet the showers were very heavy, very localized to extreme southern Guam, and it caused some flooding. So I'll be following up with the Red Cross here this morning to find out if any houses were flooded. I know a couple of carports were flooded. Route 4 across southern Guam was flooded in several areas and nearly impassable, I think, during the height of the flooding. So we'll be getting more details about that. But elsewhere across the Sinai, not so bad. There are some showers developing right across the Saipan and Tinian coastal waters. The heavy stuff just offshore, northwest of Saipan and Tinian. If that moves on shore, then we could be dealing with some heavy water or heavy rainfall over parts of Saipan, and of course that ponding of water. And so we're talking about those rainfall rates. The light rain's not a problem, but we've had so much rain across the islands for the last couple of weeks that if we see rainfall rates of 2 inches per hour at any given moment, or 3 inches per hour, which is very easy here in the tropics, that's going to go rapidly to runoff and cause ponding of water on the roadways and also the drainage basins in areas that just can't drain fast enough. So keep an eye out for that, and feel free to give us a call or message us on Facebook at any time with things that you're seeing. Going to the bigger picture, we were talking yesterday on our weekly regional weather outlook, this Invest area, that's 94W. The Joint Typhoon Warning Center has upgraded that from low yesterday. They went quickly to a tropical cyclone formation alert, which means that development to a tropical depression is likely within the next 24 hours. And so where is that tracking? Well, it's definitely not tracking toward us, Guam, Rota, Saipan over here. This is aiming toward Mindanao. It's going to be dropping westward or west-southwestward over the next couple of days. So it's moving away from the region, but that could be possibly our next tropical depression. The Pagasa, the Philippines Weather Agency, they have upgraded that to a tropical depression. That was last night. So they're calling it a tropical depression. Joint Typhoon Warning Center still calls it tropical cyclone formation alert or a tropical disturbance that's developing. So that is pulling away from the region. We're going to see a little bit of a drier, better weather conditions across the Mariana Islands the next couple of days, but another tropical disturbance that we're talking about in the FSM, that's going to be coming our way toward the weekend. So that's going to bring another period of showers and thunderstorms. And again, with the tropics, these showers can be locally heavy at times. Not everybody will see the heavy stuff, but those that get those micro scale, those small scale heavy showers could be dealing with a lot of runoff. So keep that in mind as we go through the next several days. Improved weather conditions the next couple of days, but then another wet period as we go toward the weekend as that disturbance comes up our way. Will there be any development with that? We're going to be watching that closely in the coming days because some of the long-range forecast models do show some gradual and eventual development. We'll just have to see if that does occur. But regardless of development or not, those showers, those thunderstorms are present, and they could bring some locally heavy rainfall as it passes by later this week and into the weekend. And then the next shear line will come through from the north. So that's going to bring another period of stronger gusty winds, higher seas and surf. So it's just a broken record that we've seen the last several days with these shear lines coming through the region.
And I'll tell you what, there's nothing micro about the amount of rain that we have gotten for the past couple of weeks. In fact, we were supposed to kick off Little League last weekend. We got through the ceremonial first pitch and then boom, rain. And then all weekend, rain. My kids, they don't complain about a whole lot of stuff, but it was funny to hear them talk about this is not fun. We can't even go out and do anything. It's our weekend off and we can't go. It's because it's so nasty outside. So I totally understand.
And sometimes that's the way it works out, and it's unfortunate, especially when you think it's the dry season. The showers just keep coming. So here on Guam at the airport, the rainfall was smack average for the month of January, despite the comments and the perception that it's been so wet. But the driest months for our region is February, March, April, and May. So for the CNMI, I think the drier 3 months is March, April, and May. So it's coming up right around the corner. So if you have to be painting rooftops and make them reflective and bright and sunny so it reflects some of that daytime heat, those conditions are right around the corner. It will be drying out, but we are expecting with La Nina pattern in place that the dry season is going to start out at least a little bit wetter than normal, and we're definitely seeing that across the board in most locations in the region.
Before we had the last couple of weeks of intense rain, I could see that it started looking like it was getting drier already, where it looked like some of the greenery was starting to brown out and dry out and all that other stuff, but all that's gone.
Yeah, we had maybe 3 days of dry season.
Yes.
We had 3 or 4 drier days, and then it's just been these shear lines, and these shear lines have been really overperforming as far as the duration over the islands, over the Mariana Islands, but also the amount of rainfall they push out. So it's just been a very moist January that's continuing so far into February. And like I said, the drier months are right around the corner for Guam. The driest month of the year is March, and I think for Saipan, the driest month of the year is April. So it's coming, but we're just going to have to wait a little bit longer for it. Again, that's going to mitigate any kind of wildfire and drought-related concerns, which is good. But we just want to avoid those flash flood scenarios.
Yeah, well, we have all kinds of videos of people enjoying the rain, kids more than anything. In fact, like the last day of school last week, when it was really flooding out, kids sliding down the hills into big puddles. I mean, school's done for the day, but oh my gosh, I'm glad that was not my day to pick up the kids, because that van would have been an absolute mess. But yeah, so it's great stuff. And so has this had any impact on the massive growth of your backyard?
The yard is a status quo. I'll be dealing with that probably Friday. But so far, it's fairly much in check. It's not knee high yet, but it's between the ankles and the knees at this point.
Hey, that's not too bad. That's better. Hey, speaking of things getting taller and stuff like that, you guys do a lot of great stuff with Tower for Humanity, and now we're already in February. You got to be a lot closer to your planning session and everything for your next project.
Yeah, we already had a meeting with the Micronesia Mall here a couple of weeks ago, so we've already got them on board and confirmed for our next project late August through September into early October. So that is a go. Now we're starting some preliminary work with the charity, the Be Heartfelt charity, for the fourth annual Cans for Humanity food drive event. And we're going to also be partnering with Guam Police, Fire, and Paramedics for a signature event to kick off the tower. We're going to be doing the Twin Towers for the 25th anniversary of the World Trade Center in New York City. So we're going to try to bring some remembrance and honor the fallen with that event for the 25th anniversary. We're scaling the Twin Towers this year to 25 feet each, which will be a good 8 feet taller than our 2023 Twin Towers that we did. We had them scaled to 17 feet last time. So it's going to be a much larger project. We're starting to put in an order with the distributor out of the States to bring a large load of logs to make the project work, because we're going to probably need upwards of 6,000 to 10,000 more blocks. So we're going to try to draw out the blueprints, the plans, the building strategy, so that we don't have to buy maybe 10,000 blocks, but maybe we can get by with buying about 5,000 more blocks to save some money. But we'll see. It's going to be a big project, so we're looking forward to it.
A massive project, because you got to build the same thing twice. And then, so I'm thinking about it now, like, some of the things that are so iconic about the Twin Towers is, that the skeleton's on the outside, it's got the way it was built and everything. But like so far, there was like a band that kind of went around it. So I'm thinking of your lighter color blocks as being those. I'm just excited to see whatever it is you guys come up with.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna probably start drawing out the blueprints and the building strategy in a couple weeks, and then we're gonna do a couple of tests to see how we can best build it without structural integrity problems, especially for earthquakes.
Yeah, well, that is, by the way, we've had an awful lot of, is it just that you guys are so good at reporting it and we're great at putting it out? Or are we getting, do we have like a number that usually we get, and are we in that realm? Are we a little bit higher or lower?
It's hard to say. I know the CNMI folks up there at the Homeland Security Office, they're putting out those press releases, and I think that's a good standard that if there's a small earthquake, whether you feel it or not, if it's in the region, I think it's a great thing to communicate it, put out that standard press release saying, hey, an earthquake with this magnitude and parameters occurred at this location and time. It's just overall awareness. And that way it builds trust with the public that if there is something that causes a threat or a problem or concern, that the folks at the Homeland Security Office, as well as the Weather Service and USGS, are knowledgeable and aware of it and tracking it for any concerns that might arise from it. So I think communications overall are improving, but also it's been very busy across the region, across the Pacific, and so that's why we always have to maintain 24/7 awareness.
Hey, just one more weather question for you. and this is more about what's going on in the States. You know, they have something called a bomb cyclone. There's some wild weather that's happening out there. You sent a photo over. There's all kinds of stuff happening. Can you walk us through, like, what is this weather phenomenon that was happening over there?
Yeah, the bomb cyclone is basically a powerful wintertime storm, and I think it's a specific technical term that indicates that the core low pressure has dropped a certain amount in a certain amount of time. So for typhoons, we have rapid intensification where the winds increase by so much over a short period of time of 24 hours. I don't remember the technical aspects of that, but that's just a powerful wintertime storm system, especially these nor'easters that come off the continental United States into the Atlantic. They get over the warmer waters of the Gulf Stream and they rapidly intensify over those warmer waters, and they become a powerhouse wintertime storm. So I've heard this term recently, a snow-a-cane. A lot of meteorologists don't like that term because it confuses two different types of storm systems. But on the street, it explains to people exactly what you expect. It's like a wintertime hurricane, but with blizzard conditions. And so that's exactly what they were seeing in the Outer Banks. A lot of erosion, large waves, and storm surge to some degree.
Would that
pushing
be
up against the Outer Banks and been destroying several cottages and homes that are right along that sandy spit of land. And so that's just a way of life out there on the Outer Banks, as well as the cold winter weather with upwards of 1 to 1.5 feet of snow over some parts of coastal North Carolina. Phenomenal storm event after another snow event that happened across much of these states a week and a half ago earlier. So it's just been a crazy winter over there.
So if they don't like snow-a-cane and you're talking about the waves, could it be a snow-nami? Like, is that the insert groan?
Yeah, you gotta watch out for that. But there's definitely some technicalities, different terms out there. But I think a snow-a-cane really explains what's going on. It's like a wintertime hurricane with winter weather conditions.
It's better than a Sharknado. We'll take it.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, have you ever watched those movies?
I have not seen that. I still need to see it at some point just for the entertainment value.
I have not seen it. I don't think I need to see it, but that would be, so we've got, next time you come out here, we got to show you this place. It's called Casa Marianas. It's the Gold Beach Hotel where they do all this stuff, but they have a movie night. I would go there to sit down with a bunch of people who are ready to watch this stupid movie of Sharknado. have some beers and watch Sharknado. Venus, if you're listening, if you could schedule this, I would love to do this. I would love to get down there to do it. It would be a lot of fun. Yeah, you got to check this place out. So they're coming up, by the way. This would be great for you when you come by too, even though you have an open invitation to use our office for anything, but they have a work, they're like a work on the go kind of place. So like if you're a digital nomad, or if you are just like, if you're in town, you want to pay to have a workstation, like an office while you get the Saipan. So, but they're also putting in a coffee shop, like a cafe and everything.
That's not bad.
And it could be our future home for Sharknado. So
that would be amazing.
Well, we'll let you check it out when you get back here. Hey, thanks so much for taking time. I know you got a busy schedule this morning, and I think we ran over. I just saw it, so I'll let you go for what you got. Thanks so much for keeping us updated on everything that's happening weather-wise here in the CNMI and the region.
Absolutely. I might join you from a different location next week. We'll see about that.
I love it. All right. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Take care. All right. Landon Idlet with us, giving us all the latest info about what's happening with weather in our region. Always keeping us up to date right here on the Good Morning Marianas show. I love it. It's a lot of fun, and we're really thankful. Jeez. Talk about bomb cyclone. We just got some bomb music right there. We've got a lot of things that are going to be happening today. There's meetings right now. Folks from Philippine Airlines, they are going around and meeting with different folks for the next couple of days. Tomorrow, they're going to be leaving. But today, they're going to be meeting with the NBA. Today, they're going to be meeting with, in just a few minutes, they're going to be meeting with the folks up at the hospital. They're talking about, why would they want to meet with the folks at the hospital? What's important about that? Well, it's their tour groups here, the people who are arranging all of the travel and everything, trying to make sure that they got all the information, because it's been a while since they've been here. So trying to get them all the lay of the land, make sure they have good contacts with everybody. Some of that is about medical transport. You know, if in the event that they need to get someone off to the Philippines for a medical emergency, or if it's somebody from the Philippines who's on one of those travelers, you know, getting those folks back, they want to make sure they have good contacts with everybody. So one by one, I mean, think about it. We're used to having the airlines that turn on, turn off, and all that other stuff. They don't normally have this methodical buildup leading up to their first flights and making all this. So it's great to see it happening. They're going around, knocking on all the doors, shaking all the hands, and exchanging all the business cards, and it is good stuff. Anyway, that's about what we've got for you today. We do have some stuff. I got to post all this stuff that was coming up while we were doing the show, by the way. Get all this stuff out there to you. Got a couple of other letters that came out from folks, and I want to say thanks to the folks who are sending us their letters to the editor, as you would call it, but like their op-eds and their columns. If you want to do this too, just send it to us. We'll be happy to get it. Also, on our website, nminewsservice.com, you can see that there is a submission area. So if you can't remember the email or any of that other stuff, you could do it right there on the website. It's very easy, and you can attach stuff right to it. It comes to our email inboxes, and you know, we get to see all that stuff. So that's because we got great partners with the folks over there at Turnkey Solutions, making sure that we're the coolest cucumbers on the block. It's true, we are. That's what they say. That's what they're saying. All right, that's just about it for you folks. Unless you've got something else for us, which we would love to hear it. We do have a few minutes left there. You can give us a call at 789-2323, 670-789-2323. That's where you can message us. You can even call us on WhatsApp, and we'll be able to hear from you as well. Ooh, good stuff. I just saw some new stuff going on that somebody just messaged. This is great. Thank you so much. Great times, man. I'll tell you, doing this is just about the best thing that we could do. I love being in the loop with everything that's happening, and I love being able to get this stuff to you. It's pretty cool. If you'll notice on our website, you'll notice on the website for sure, but you'll also see it on our social media channels that we still have this available. There is that survey that we have with Chelsea King, and this is at $50. If you guys haven't done it yet, check it out. You can get $50, $50, and you can help Chelsea King. She's working on her doctorate at Harvard, and she's doing a study and about the people in the Marianas. And if you are an Chamorro or Carolinian, you spent most of your life out here in the Marianas, and you're 18 and older, then you can get in on this. All you have to do is reach out to her. Again, you can't miss it on the website, and you can't miss it on the social media channels because it is a pinned post, and it's there. $50. Who couldn't use $50? If you have a Tundra, that's like half a tank. But everybody else, that's about a fill up. Maybe that's a nice dinner. You can take someone out for Valentine's Day. The opportunity is there. All you have to do is reach out to Chelsea, and you'll be good to go. All right, so it is just about 9 o'clock. I'm looking to see if the new headline is available from the Associated Press. Usually it's about that time. Within the next 1 minute, it should post. So we're going to stick around until that happens. And then we'll probably fly far, far away. We got you your news, we got you your sports, and we got you your weather. Just trying to get one more news update before we call it. And it's still not there, huh? I can get one anyway. I know I got another one for you. So let's do this. Let's refresh this one. It should pop up. All right, well, that's a new one, so we're going to go with this. All right, folks, here's your last news update, and I hope you have a great day today. Hope it is your best day so far this week. It's been a great week for us, and I hope this one is a great one for you. We'll see you soon.
The president President's pen ends a shutdown. On Lisa Brady, Fox News.
It's signed.
President Trump just signing a package of bills passed by the House this afternoon in a close vote to end a partial government shutdown. Some lawmakers on both sides of the aisle defecting for various reasons. The president calling the bill a great victory for the American people, funding most of the government through the end of September instead of a short-term package. However, for Homeland Security, it is only a stopgap. Another 10 days of funding, kicking off debate on Democrat demands to reform immigration enforcement operations. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz still calling for federal agents to leave his state.
None of this is okay. None of this makes Minnesota any safer. None of this adheres to the values of this country. All it does is cause terror and trauma.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says laws will be enforced.
These agents, these officers are doing heroic work trying to keep our communities safe, and it's unconscionable to us that you would have Democrat mayors and governors trying to impede that work.
Adding he hopes negotiations on ICE will happen in good faith and that some Democrat demands are already happening, including body cameras and agents. Some Republicans are pushing for voter ID and requiring proof of citizenship to vote, including the president, who has talked about nationalizing elections.
I want to see elections be honest, and if a state can't run an election, I think the people behind me should do something about it, because, you know, if you think about it, a state is an agent for the federal government in elections.
Surrounded by lawmakers in the Oval Office, the president arguing the federal government should get involved if states can't count votes legally and honestly. Pressed on the Constitution, saying states should administer elections.
They can administer the election, but they have to do it honestly.
The U.S. still planning direct talks with Iran this week after the U.S. military shot down an Iranian drone and protected an oil tanker from Iranian gunships earlier today. America is listening to Fox News.
This is Ainsley Earhart. Thank you for joining me for the 52-episode podcast series, The Life of Jesus.
A listening experience that will provide hope, comfort, and understanding of the greatest story ever told. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Are you or someone you know living with a mental illness? Have you experienced abuse or neglect, denial of services, or discrimination because of a mental illness or disability? You have rights. NM Posse is the Northern Marianas Protection and Advocacy Systems Incorporated, and we're here for you. Individuals diagnosed with mental illness have human, civil, and legal rights under federal and local law. No one should be mistreated, denied services, or discriminated against because of a disability. NM Posse's PIME program provides protection and advocacy for individuals with mental illness, and provides information about your rights, advocacy and assistance for eligible individuals, and support in cases involving abuse, neglect, or discrimination. Services are confidential and provided at no cost to eligible individuals. To learn more, call NM Posse today at 670-235-7273 or 7274, or email gborja@nmposse.org. All right, well, that was IT&E News Time. It's 9:04 in the morning. It is February 4th, and that's a great idea for you to start planning on what you're going to do for Valentine's Day. I don't know what you're going to do, but here's an idea. Do you love the person that you're going to celebrate with? Yes, you do. So you want to do something special. Well, love deserves a perfect setting. You can enjoy a Valentine's private dinner for two, and you can enjoy a great harvest combo feast and a strawberry smoothie. You can celebrate unforgettable memories together. You can reserve your romantic evening by giving them a call at 235-7873. That's right, Surfrider, they have a great plan for you, and they've got a great day for you, a great date. What is your plan? Are you going to Surf Club? Are you going to go to Great Harvest? Are you going to go to Surfrider? Well, you could do all three if you really want to. If you play your cards right, you might have a great time. Give them a call at 235-7873 and find out just how lovely your Valentine's Day can be. Folks, we will see you tomorrow morning. Have a great day.